2, 3.
Now some folks have to have it all. They all.
You're quite ready for that? A 1, 2. A 1, 2, 3.
Now some folks have to have it all. They always try to score. But if I somehow had it all, I still want one thing more. If I were a rich man, what I could buy with $1 million or $2 million. Here's what I do, yeah, I live in a penthouse way up high, in a room with a view, be-do. And if I were handsome, just like Tom Cruise, the dreams do come true. You know, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you, if I didn't have you, ToMYFML. For years I have envy, I'm just turning green, your silent, your charm, your kitchen key, the world is like heaven up above, when we walk coming on in love, but I must admit, telling you true, you always come through, you do. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you, my wonderful, fun-loving you. You and me together, well, that's how it always should be. Just one without the other don't mean nothing to me, nothing to me. I say it in nothing, since we died, I didn't have to ever true. I know old way I go, and we don't know what to do. So blue, although I don't have to say it, I will anyway, babe. We both know it's all so true. Say, honey, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have sweetie. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have darling. I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you by my side.
Excellent. Particularly given I sprung that on you. Which one would you like to rip on?
Let's do the ballad first.
Yep. All right. Now, given what I said before in the warm-ups, what's the first thing you think I'm going to say? Breath. It's not a surprise. We had a fair bit of ritual breathing. I can see lots of breathing from the chest. Can I just get you to start to make you feel again? I will interject this time. But again, can I get you to do what we did in the warm-up? Can you just notice what you're doing, particularly with the onset breath?
With the intro as well.
Yes. So the more we make sure that we set up effortless breathing early on, the more we can sustain it, including when we've got an adrenaline rush on stage. Because with adrenaline, we're even more likely to hyperventilate, overinflate, not get rid of our air, and end up in effortful breathing. So the more we practice this in every rehearsal, every time we breathe into singing, the more habituated it is, such that you are less likely to overinflate on stage. So what I mean by that is making sure that you have a full exhale, no residual air, effortless, silent breath in. There is no effort, there's no push, there's no... It's just... Can everyone do that for me? Exhale. Exhale. Yeah. So it should be that sound on stage, no louder than that, ever, unless you have a dramatic breath for emphasis as a stylistic choice. Might be something you do every so often because it's then very effective when you have that come out of nowhere after all the other breaths have just been. But there's something about an effortless breath that is simply allowing your lungs to take in air rather than adding any push to it. So I could hear a little bit of effort, particularly on that when, and all that does is mean that we have more push, particularly on an onset diphthong, like when, which is not what we want for the tone of this particular number. We want something gentle. So let's do that again, as well as thinking about breath, and just draw your attention to what we talked about before with maintaining space, vertical vowels. We shouldn't have that much difference between our oo and our o. Do-wo, same space. At the moment I'm hearing a fair bit of this happening in space. Same thing again. Back in as long as you do that again.
Yeah. It's sounding very different out the front. What I'm hearing is a lot more than alto vowel.
Is it helpful to anyone thinking about maintaining that space and having less variation between vowels? It's certainly sounding a lot more consistent out here. You taking that ownership and directing the flow and momentum means that there's a lot more phrase to phrase singing rather than note to note singing. So it's also just got a lot more ebb and flow, which is what we want. Alright, shall we do the next section? Or just from when?
From the start,
Yeah, from when without the intro.
Help me out here, fellas. We seem to be singing this in the key of E. I don't know why we're blowing the F, and we're singing a lot of it in the key of E. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I'm not sure. We don't normally do that.
Until that target vowel, we need to make sure that we hit it on the initial diphthong as well, instead of which is going to be particularly relevant for non-leads at the beginning of the verse and basses and tenors at the end of verse 2.
Okay. So we help pitching that.
Yeah, when the raised mark.
Thanks, right. So you just making a change in terms of resonant space makes it sound like they're a double number. Baritones, can I get you to just always bear in mind that you need to sing as if you are on lead rather than a harmony part. So the level of balance within the sound should be equal to that of the melody, and it's best if both of you, particularly because you're often doing this in barbershop, it's best that you have the same amount of presence and intensity. Because the melody will come through because of the way that the arrangement is written. Arundel does tend to arrange very well. So baritones, we need you to always fill up that bass clef. By this I don't mean being louder, I just mean having melody intensity rather than singing like you're a harmony part. Does that make sense? Same thing again from the when, and just a note for everybody, we've got a few S's that are invading on case and embrace. We always want sibilants to be very minimal. So right at the end of target vowel, on your case, darling. The S is on darling, it's not on case. And offer you a warm embrace too. It's okay, we'll do it. I'm making them do all these techniques. out that bass clef. And very good job on the S's, and you even translated it to stars appear, so it wasn't stars appear like it was last time. Very, very good. I'm starting to hear a little bit of vocal tension being added on that transition into O-I. Is anyone feeling uncomfortable in that particular moment? Or does anyone feel like they're adding a little bit of push to make that happen in terms of a bigger dynamic?
Which part?
On the transition we just got to make you feel my love, darling, oh, I. So what I'm hearing out the front is that some people are feeling like they need to make that either higher register happen, or that there needs to be a swell, and they're adding a little bit too much muscular effort to make that happen. Can I get you to do the transition into that again from wherever it's best in? But in that darling, oh, I, instead of thinking push or bigger dynamic, I just want you to think space. Oh, space.
That's where the bass is.
Yeah.
So bass takes in 3.
So the leads can come in, and then I want to lead solo.
3, 4.
I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong.
Sure of the notes there, leads? Sure of the notes? Some of you not quite good there in the minors.
I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong.
Excellent. So what I'm seeing is attempting to navigate those many intervals leads with adding a chin, and it's actually destabilizing, making those octaves harder. Can I just get you to do this for this run? And whenever you have an octave leads, I want you to think rather than, oh, hi, I want you to think, oh, so easy. Same thing again with the bass pickups.
Takes in bass in 3. 3.
Darling, oh, I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong.
Excellent. Non-leads, what did you think?
Nice.
Sounded easy, didn't it? It's almost like there's a bit of psychology in this. So what we often do when we're aiming for notes that are upper end of our registers is that we feel they're harder, so we make them harder. And we add in a whole lot more muscular effort than we need, and it actually compresses the sound and reinforces our view that it's harder. But that sounded beautiful and effortless. So if you noted that there was a tendency to do this to make intervals happen, then you might need to add just a little bit more tucking in of the chin on those intervals. If you're somebody who felt that you were trying to modify your space to make a high note happen, it's about space maintenance all the way through your range. Because that's what we want in barbershop. We want everything to have that same spaciousness regardless of where it is. That sounded beautiful. Let's add in all of the other parts to that same spot.
All parts now. 3, 4.
Darling, oh, I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you
just go from you belong, I go hungry. Yes.
4.
I go black and blue and I go crawling down the avenue, 'cause there ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love.
Now that we know where we are, same pickup, you belong, I go hungry, but I want the whole thing on ya. The reason I'm getting you to do this is that this section has a whole lot of vowels that are tending to collapse. Or be very Australian. Rolling down, So we want to just feel that space and then we're going to add lyrics back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Now that space and that feeling with lyrics back in, same spot.
I go black and blue and I go crawling down the avenue, 'cause there ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. My love, the storms are raging on the rolling sea.
Carrie, what did you reckon? Yeah. So the level of consistency that we had in that vowel to vowel sound, which is of course all we're aiming for, consistent vowel, rest space, the barbershop, that was so much more consistent because we just had that feeling of all through the phrase. Can I get you to do that again? And I just want you to notice where you feel like there is a tendency to compress. The ones that are particularly relevant are down and avenue and ooh.
I go black and blue and I go crawling down the avenue, 'cause there ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea, raging on and down the highway of regret, winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet, not yet, oh my love. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do, I would go to the ends of the earth for you.
So I'm feeling just a little bit of that push starting to creep back in there. Could you feel where that happened? Where it felt effortless and then it didn't? So part of that is our individual responsibility as singers, never to take our voice past that point of comfort. And only you can determine where that is. So this is not about aiming for the entire chorus to hit a 9.5 out of 10 dynamically, etc. If for you, that means vocal push, because all you're doing is adding tension and reducing resonance. Adding volume does not help with resonance. In barbershop, you don't want volume, you want space. And if you want a bigger dynamic, you add more space. So I'd encourage you not to think this is climactic or this needs a higher volume or this is a 9 out of 10. I want you to think about the moments where you add more space. And Aaron's written this so beautifully, it really declares itself, doesn't it? It gives you these big sweeping chords up into the most spacious elements. But what I'm hearing is a tendency to go, oh, we're on! And unfortunately it means we're losing that glorious richness that you've set the tone from the beginning of the song. So whatever the biggest free produced space is for you, that's your 9.5 out of 10. And every other dynamic level you've chosen as chorus is a different level for you. but you should never be pushing outside of that realm of comfort for you, because it doesn't help you or the ensemble. So can we go back into that transition? Into the key change. So maybe from storms, over storms, so that we can do that transition. And meanwhile, leads, when you hit storms are raging, that's the same note that you were navigating that octave before on I know, and I could hear you doing something different. It was lovely. It sounded effortless when you hit storms are raging.
So can basically sing. 3, 4, 1, 2.
Make you feel my love. The storms are raging on a rolling sea, raging on down the highway of regret. Winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet, not yet.
Fantastic. Did that feel different?
It sounds so much better.
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah. So never push beyond your comfort level. And it doesn't matter if you're in performance or contest stage, adrenaline, the bright lights, you never have to do anything other than your most consistent resonant setting. That is what you can offer to the ensemble at all times. And knowing that if you're having a bad vocal health day, you take that back a notch. Because you personally commit to never hitting push. Because it doesn't help us in this other thing. Maybe if you're a belter in pop, but even then, probably not. So if we can go from over storms again, the next thing we're going to add just into making this effortless and that big key change is, I can hear you trying to storytell with consonants in, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet, not yet. At the moment, it's actually interrupting your chord clarity too much. So on this run, can I get you in that section to just forget meaning of the words for a second? I know, I'm going to come back. But this time, I just want to hear that you ain't seen nothing like me yet, not yet, oh my love. We're just going to do everything we can to make sure that we maintain chords first.
Make me feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, raging on down the highway of regret. Winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet, not yet.
Now the next thing we're going to add in is I want you to think lift on love, and on love I want you to think a tall UH vowel, because at the moment it's ending up a little hooded and the pitch is going, so we want that lift UH on love. Love. You say that for me? Love. 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 Anyone watch Eurovision? Love. Love. So from storms again.
Make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, raging on down the highway of regret. Winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet, not yet.
So that we're getting a little bit of soft palate lift through that. That's why we've got the UH. Could I get you to add, if it helps you, just a little bit of a smile through that love? I mean, it will probably be helpful for story, but it will also help you with just a little bit of soft palate lift, just so that we very clearly make that key change.
To make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, raging on down the highway of regret.
really good job. And I can see people going, chin tuck, excellent. It makes a huge difference. Now, with the do-do-do-do-do-do, how many people have heard the Billy Joel lullaby?
We sing.
You sing it?
Yes,
So, because it is a little bit of a homage, isn't it? Now, when you sing the Billy Joel, when you hear other ensembles doing it, do you hear them going, do, lullaby? Or is it, that's the feeling we want. At the moment, there's a little bit too much consonant emphasis, so it sounds like you're going rhythm, as opposed to lullaby, where it melts into the So can we just go from the tag and think lilting lullaby?
Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my
Oh yes, that would be a lovely transition. Can we just hear, same spot, just leads and basses? And leads, there's a tendency when we have solos on melody to get a little bit more sort of pop star scoop-a-doop. And on this occasion, we can't allow it because we've got too many notes on one pitch. And so all we're going to do is drop pitch for the other parts when they come in on harmony. So, make you... Sorry. This is one of it, one of the things. One of them is just a vowel lift along the transitions. So, how I long to make you happy, as opposed to make you happy, and the other one is and we want a really nice long vowel on that true leads because it's a really big interval for you to navigate. So just thinking space, and then again on to make you feel because you've got 3 back-to-back notes, same tone. We need to just make sure that we think up and lift. It's always the peril of repeated notes that we drop. And just here, basses and leads on I long to. It's particularly the my love that we're doing it. So on this occasion, can I get you to pretend it's emotionless? Because I know my love does make us want to go, my love. Can we go, my love? Again, make sure the onset is in the same pitch. My love. Same duet again. My love.
Make you happy, make your dreams come true.
Maybe the same note, not all similar, same note release. 3, 4.
Make you happy, make your dreams come true.
dynamic. But basses, just to really flesh out the chord for the rest of us to sing into, could I get you to just add 1 or 2 dynamic notches to that?
Start pretty low through the back.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't worry about the final I mean during the ooh dreams come true, because I think just a little bit of bass there will just add a little bit of stability before you get into the lullaby. So duet.
3, 4.
Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my
Yeah, that's really rich. I think basses, if you do that, everybody else still needs to follow the same dynamic plan, but it gives a richness to the broader sound. As long as other parts you don't follow the basses there, because we still want it to be really lovely and sweet. Let's add in baritone, shall we?
Okay. Are we ready to go, please? That's particularly difficult, isn't it, for you guys?
Well, that's just a classic baritone line.
That's what I live for. 3, 4.
Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my
Excellent. We got there, Barry's. I think partly that was just working out where we were. Shall we do that again? Barry's, I also just need a smidgen more from you on dreams come true.
make your dreams come true. To make you
Let's stop
feel.
it. I don't think that we're clear on the baritone line. Shall we just have a reminder about that?
Yeah. Start earlier, maybe. No? Look at those 2 notes, particularly baritones. 3, 4.
Happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my
Yeah, we're getting there. Baritones, can I just hear you with basses alone? I just get the impression if you aren't quite sure where those notes lock in, I want you to note the relationship with the basses.
We spoke about this, that Arendelle has these beautiful chords in there, but it needs more attention, you know, it needs more concentration, it's not hard on my heart, you know. It's just got to be more effort, got to be more effort. Okay, baritone bass, 3, 4.
dreams come
I think we just need baritones alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Baritone on your own. Baritone, we go.
double the space.
Yeah.
Because we need you, we need you in this bar, because it's one of the most beautiful series of chords in this whole piece. And you make it happen, Baron. Excellent, excellent. The calm vowel is like the love vowel. Think of a UH, nice and tall. Same thing again, then we're going to add in the basics. Tethers your tongue. Yeah. Very nice, much nicer unity on that vowel. Let's add in the basis so we can just hear that relationship again.
Bass and baritone. Space in that, on that inflection. 3, 4.
Dreams come
I think we need that in context. Shall we add the tenors into that as well?
Yeah,
Just so we can feel those relationships. It's all descending except the lead.
Oh, it's so much fun baritone, isn't it?